For 7 episodes, I managed to get the first review out there on Star Trek Discovery, episodes 1 through 7. Real life caught up with me, and I got tired, and I had to work, and some things happened, and I'm now releasing this review on Monday. Because this is not a first review, this is not a fast review, but it's still a review. I was underwhelmed. I've seen one other. I try not to look at other reviews before I do my review, and it said it kind of liked the episode. So, spoiler alert, I'm going to spoil it for you really fast and right now. The search for the last clue to the progenitor's technology leads to a library, which Commander Reno kind of knew about, and Tilly decided they should go to it, and where do they find it? In the Badlands. That's where it's hiding out to protect the literature and the artifacts that are in there. Okay, that sounds great. And I have to say, the Badlands CGI is freaking awesome. They could have come up with something new, but okay, the Badlands works, and it's still there. I can live with that. It's not lazy writing. I'm wondering what's going on with Awashiku. I guess she's got another gig, because I haven't seen her at all. I like her. I think she's a good character. They got new people on the bridge, and they seem to be trusted. The ship seems to be rank heavy. Everybody's a commander on the bridge. I mean, Lieutenant Sulu flew the Enterprise, the original Enterprise, 1701, and Lieutenant Uhura handled communications. But we've got a commander or a lieutenant commander on every station, even though several people have rotated out in this new cruise. So, very interesting, reminiscent of Nazi Germany. I think that's what they were going for here, was the scene where Eve Harlow's character, Mal, is stepping up and convincing the Breen to follow her. Now, I don't trust that she's got the Breen's interest at heart. I think she has her interest at heart, and she's going to try and find, if she's able to use this progenitor technology to revive her husband, she's also got a plan to get out. Get out of Dodge and move along. Eve Harlow, move along, Mal. We're getting out. All right. So here we go. Interesting character. This blonde, hair to the floor, fluffy dressed librarian. Quite interesting. A little flighty, possibly. The character was built off the typical American, less than intellectually endowed blonde. I don't know. Most of the blonde people in my life are smart enough to run circles around me, so I'm not going to comment on that. But it seems to be a little stereotypical something. But okay, she did her job. She introduced them. She liked to talk, and life is good there. So the major problem with this episode is what happens when Captain Burnham goes into the library and she finds that book that she's looking for that's written by a Betazoid. And she presses the button, and whoa, we got out of Captain Next Generation, Captain Picard. She's put into a virtual mind prison in her own mind, and in there is a copy of book, but a less cooperative copy of book who doesn't like her as much and doesn't want to give clues, and she's got to figure out where this thing is, this clue is, and it's kind of interesting, and we've got she's got this hunt. It's like a scavenger hunt, and I'm just not exactly sure what we're trying to find. I've watched this a couple times now. I watched it on Thursday during a break from work, and I don't quite get how the resolution happened. But look at these Badlands graphics. They are fantastic. And again, to the issue of is this real Star Trek? I think it is. I think they broke some rules. I think they didn't pay attention to canon. I think they over rely on technology here, the CGI especially. But this is a Star Trek adventure. We got to find a clue. We have to save the galaxy. I'm getting really tired of the save the galaxy thing. Was every mission of the Star Trek Enterprise, the original series, save the galaxy? No. I mean, they were all serious. There were issues, but some of them were just fun. I mean, the treble thing was not the saving the galaxy. The treble thing was just fun, riffing on the Klingons and having a bunch of triples fall on James T. Kirk. That was fun. I think Star Trek: Strange New Worlds gets it. The issue where the episode in season 2 where Spock, spoiler alert, got injured in the exploration of Kerkovian space, and he came back with his DNA messed up. When they tried to heal him, they made him all human, just like Chapel. That was fun. There was no fate of the galaxy thing happening there. It was just fun. It was just exploration. And why Disco Trek has to always try and save the universe, I don't know. It's not necessary. Star Trek can be fun. It can be entertaining without that. But they love the adrenaline the way they wrote this story. And maybe that's what new audiences need. I can use my brain. I like an intellectual experience once in a while. Okay, I wanted to point out these graphics. I've got I think this is the Discovery approaching the library after a crazy ride to the Badlands. Follow instructions and don't follow instructions. We are not liable for any bodily injury, death, or dismemberment that happens as a result of that. Boy, this capturing of Burnham, it was just so like the device that grabbed Picard and made him live a life. It wasn't the case. It was just solve a clue. But it's like, okay, we're going to hack her brain. And, of course, Dr. Hughes going to figure out we can't disconnect her from this thing because it'll kill her. Lazy writing. This is an example of lazy writing. They could have come up with something new. They didn't come up with something new. And I fault the writing for that. It's possible to come up with something new. You just have to spend some time. You have to think. You have to know the genre. And I think the laziness of the writers was learning the history. There's 800 episodes of Star Trek out there, and a lot of them are relevant, even in the 32nd century, 31st century, whatever it is. This is a touching scene. This is there's a plant root from Quajon. Quajon was totally destroyed, and there's no plants off-world apparently. This could actually be used to create a world, and the librarians gave it to Grudge's owner. I'm forgetting your name now. It's awful. This is awful. Grudge's owner. Book. I remember his name, and it was a touching scene. It may be the only piece of Quajon that survived. And there's a violent scene with the brain. Mal had just revealed that you have to put the clues together to make to find this technology, and the brain was very upset. And it's hard to tell who's in charge here. It seems like she's running this operation on her own. But again, I saw that the thumping sticks and things like that. I think they were looking for a Nazi genre, and they did good. If you want a bad guy to be associated with bad people, associated with the Nazis, you will win every time. There's no genocide in there. And that's fine. But apparently there could be genocide of the Federation if the Breen get this technology. And you remember the scene in episode 4, episode 5, where Zora was talking to the captain, and the Breen had gotten the technology and destroyed the Federation. This is serious stuff. This could be better. I think it's good. I think it's entertaining. I have to admit, I don't find any of the episodes this year. I'm not going back and watching them again. So there is a slow review, a more detailed review of the episode, and hopefully you will find benefit of this and you watch the episode. I think this form of creativity is good, and I think it's good for the shot. It's good for Star Trek, and it has value. And if you think it's not real Star Trek, what the hell are you doing watching this review? Go read something else. I don't need the viewers. I got plenty of viewers. I got 535 viewers, subscribers, and thousands of viewers. So what the heck? You don't like it? There's other Star Trek. Strange New Worlds is better. But remember, Strange New Worlds story started with Disco Trek. There. Take that, naysayers.